Okay, so starting off this makeup look, I have already popped on my moisturizer, and then I'm going in with my Bare Minerals Primetime Primer, and I'm just popping this all over my face before going in with some foundation. And I'm going to be using my YSL Fusion Foundation. Oh my god, I'm so obsessed with this right now. It does not make me oily in my T-zone. Like, I don't know what it is about this foundation, but I don't get oily throughout the day, and it's amazing. Especially because it has been so hot in Australia at the moment. It's been like nearly 40 degrees Celsius, which is just insane. And for brows, I'm using Poni Cosmetics Main Stain. I'm in the shade Palomino, and this is another one of those products that just does not budge. It's waterproof, it stays on amazingly, it also holds your brows in place really well, so there's almost no need for a brow gel. It's great for summer, going to the beach, hanging out by the pool. I absolutely love it. I'm going to go in with the Palomino brow powder as well, just over any areas that look a little bit sparse or where I just want to make a little bit darker and add a little bit more of like a feathering technique to the brow. It just makes it look a little bit more natural. To prime my lid, I am going to be using MAC's Soft Ochre Paint Pot. This is a trusty favourite of mine. As usual, I'm just going to pop it all over the lid, nothing too technical about it. And I'm just going to set that with this MAC Mineralise Skin Finish, just so that it's ready for all the eyeshadow. Speaking of eyeshadow, today we're going to be using the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm just starting off by using Burnt Orange, and I'm just running that and buffing that through the crease. Nothing too precise, I'm kind of just, really going for it. Now taking the shade Realgar, sorry, I think that's how you pronounce it, I'm really sorry if I butchered that. I'm just taking that through the crease on a Morphe blending brush. I will list all the brushes that I've used in the description below if you're interested, but I'll try and name as many as I can. Swapping over to a Luxie 229 brush, I'm just going to be buffing that Realgar shade through the crease and on the outer part of my eye just to get a little bit more depth of colour and dimension. Then on this Luxie 211 concealer brush and taking MAC's Paint Pot in Rubenesque, I'm just going to carve out the area that I want to put down the pigment and glitter later on. It's just going to be a really good base for that pigment as well. Then taking MAC's Melon pigment, this is my favourite pigment they have ever made. It's so beautiful. I'm just popping that everywhere where we put the Rubenesque Paint Pot. And then I'm going to go in with that blending brush again by Luxie and just blending everything out so it's nice and seamless. Before we go in with glitter, I'm going in with this black gel liner by Jane Iredale. I'm just going to carve out where I want my wing to be, and then I'm just going to go ahead and fill it all in. This black gel liner is actually getting a little bit dry, so it's not that dark straight away. I had to go over it a few times to get it quite pigmented. I think I need a new gel liner pot. I also made sure to go right in towards my tear duct just so that we can hide the lash band really well later on. Now for the fun part! This is Eye Candy's Taffy glitter, and I'm going to be using their Sugar Water glitter adhesive, which is really good. And I'm just placing the glitter quite sporadically. I didn't want it to be too congested, just a little sprinkle of glitter. Jumping back to the face, I'm going to be taking the Fit Me Concealer by Maybelline, and I'm popping the more yellow shade underneath my eye, like right underneath, and then I'm going to take the lighter shade to highlight my face, just because the yellow one is good at hiding dark circles and obviously the lighter one is good at highlighting. Oh, my nose is a bit burnt, so I was kind of peeling. Wear sunscreen, guys. It's so annoying putting on makeup when you have a peeling nose. And for contour, I'm just going to be using the Chubby Stick by Clinique. This is super easy. You just draw it on wherever you want to contour the face, and then you just buff it out. And I like to put on a little bit of Fix Plus before I buff things out. I just feel like it makes them a lot easier to work with, especially with these tougher cream contouring products that can be a little bit stubborn. The brush that I'm using for this as well is an Artiste brush by Manicare. Super affordable, really good brush, great for foundation, great for contouring. It's just a really good buffing brush. I really like this one. Then going in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder, I'm just popping this under my eyes and everywhere else that I highlighted the face. I love this translucent powder. It's so good. It doesn't give you flashback either, which is amazing. And the sponge that I'm using for this is a Real Techniques sponge. Also a really good dupe for the Beauty Blender. And jumping back to eyes, I'm using my Sigma E40 brush with that burnt orange shade just under my lash line, and then going in with my Sigma F55 brush to really define that lash line as well. Then just popping on some Roller Lash mascara by Benefit, and then I popped on these Lili lashes by Bespoke lashes. So good, love it. And then going in with the Revlon Sculpt and Highlight Kit. This is in collaboration with Chloe Morello. This kit is amazing. For highlight, we're going to be using Becca's Opal, and I just did that with an Exo Beauty fan brush, and then I swapped to this Morphe brush just to get the more defined areas of the face. I like to do a lot of highlighting on my face. I like to be extra glowy, especially for Christmas. I mean, why not? For blush, I'm taking NARS's Orgasm with a Real Techniques blush brush just to add a little bit of colour to the face, a little bit of warmth. Just looks really pretty, I think, ties everything together. And then for the lips, I'm going to be using Cherry Bomb by Gerard Cosmetics. This is such a beautiful colour. It's also metallic, but it's super, super wearable. Perfect for the holidays. Then I just finished off with some Fix Plus, and that is the finished look. Merry Christmas, you guys. I hope you have an awesome day, and I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. I'll see you in my next video, if not sooner. Bye!